So here's a typical question that involves the word unusual. So unusual is not asking for an opinion, but we're actually going to do some math. So these exam scores have a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 10. We're going to assume that there is a normal distribution, which means that in the middle goes the mean of 75. Then the scores are going to have some variation. So if you add the mean of 10, and then you do this a second time, so in other words, take the mean of 75 and add on 2 standard deviations, then this cutoff point right here is what's considered unusual. So beyond that is just 2.5% of the scores. So if somebody were to score beyond this line right here, there's only a 2.5% chance of that. So let's see what number that is. So this is going to be 75 plus 20 is 95. So anybody that scores above 95, that's considered unusual. So this is one way to answer the question. 98, yes, that goes beyond 95, so that would be considered unusual. But I want to show you something else. Also, you could take the mean and subtract, sorry about that. You could take the mean and subtract 10, and then subtract 10 again. And then this is going to give you the cutoff for what's unusually low. So over here, there would be 2.5% of the scores, and these would be the unusually low scores. So that means take the mean of 75 and then subtract 20, since it's subtract 10, so in other words 55. So anybody that would score below 55, that's unusually low. Anybody that scores above 95, that's unusually high. So these are the two cutoffs for what's considered unusual. Well, that's one way to do the problem. There is a faster and easier way. When I did this part about adding the standard deviation on twice, so in other words, add on 2 standard deviations, that's the same thing as saying find the z-score and is the z-score equal to 2. So instead of drawing all that picture, although the picture was beautiful, instead of doing all that, we could just do the z formula. Take the score minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So that's a formula that we'll use for the rest of the semester. So in this case, it's going to be take the score of 98 minus the mean, which is 75, divide by the standard deviation of 10. Let's see if I can do this without a calculator. 98 minus 75, that's going to be 23, divided by 10 is a 2.3. And then at that point, you just say this is over 2.0. So 98 is unusual. And then if you want to add a little more flair, you could say that's unusually high. And then that's it.